On this episode of Fresh Food Therapy, are you dying to have a good time? Well, we're ready to show you some tricks for treats. So if you don't know it, I have a little bit of a social anxiety disorder. I don't like going out very much. I don't like being surrounded by large groups of people. So the whole idea of a Halloween party is pretty terrifying to me. But you know what? I'm probably not the only one out there. And to be honest, I can still probably give you some tools to make having a party at your place with your friends, your family, and neighborhood kids a good time without me actually having to show up, and I can stay at home where it's safe and quiet. Are you ready? So, beverages. First thing people do when they come into a party is they kind of wet their whistle. So for a non-alcoholic beverage that is great, fun, and in the mood, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take literally some Langer's apple, mango, peach, and put it into a punch bowl. Then we take some Sprite. Then a couple cans of some fresh pineapple juice. Well, canned pineapple juice. And then the magical secret ingredient. Now you have to be careful with this because this is dry ice. And the temperature at which it freezes is approximately 70 degrees below. Do not grab dry ice with your hand. Instantly you have an incredible brew that you can serve with your friends. So this next one is a little unusual, but I think you'll appreciate it. Everybody loves cheesecake. Cheesecake can not only be expensive, but people have a tendency to overeat, and it's not as much fun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually create something a little unusual for the party that causes people to slow down a little bit. Get kind of the same flavor and the same idea of cheesecake, but they get to personalize it. And it's kind of gory too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take cream cheese and we're gonna soften it. Now to make real cheesecake, you're gonna add egg and you're gonna add sugar and some other ingredients. But in this case, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be creating a dip that is savory and sweet. So now that the cream cheese is softened and we're ready to go, we're gonna spread it really thin onto this cutting board. You can use any dish to do this, but because the cutting board is red, as it starts getting lower, it's gonna start looking a little bit more festive for the occasion. Now, one of the things about cheesecake is that the crust tends to be either a crumbled up cookie or a little bit of graham cracker or a sugar cookie or something along those lines. Well, Teddy Grahams happen to be almost the exact same type of taste as the crust is, but they're in individual little bears. So we're gonna name this Beware the Berry Bears. The cream cheese is down. We're gonna spread out the bears, and then we're going to open up different berry toppings that go along with cheesecake. And people will be able to run their bear through the cream cheese and then dip it into the berry frosting. And then the last step is preparing the dips. We've got blueberry, strawberry preserves, raspberry preserves, and blackberry. And when you're done, you can fill in all the space with bears, and you can actually write something like beware or something creepy with some of the red sauce. And you're ready to serve. So this one is loved by everybody, but it can be a little hazardous. So what it is it's basically a bunch of Godiva chocolate that has been melted down into a beautiful fondue, and you're left with a bunch of different things to dip into the chocolate. Now you can have frozen bananas, you can have fresh strawberries, you can have what we have here. We have different flavors of Oreo, we have mint and regular, we have Nutter Butters, we have beautiful pretzels, we have Nilla wafers. There's really no limit to what you can do with this or what you can't do. But here's the warning that I have for you. What you're gonna do is you're going to put it into a bowl and you're going to put it into the microwave. And you're gonna melt it at 35 seconds at a time. And it's gonna take about 3 or 4 times to get it to the point where it's melted. But you don't wanna put it on for any more than 35 seconds at a time, or else it may burn or it may bubble and cause a mess. It should be good for approximately 40 minutes once you have melted it. If it gets cool and people need, and it's not dipping anymore, just take it away for a moment, put it back in the microwave and nuke it for another 35 seconds at a time until it's soft again. It should be very, very easy and very easy to replace. I did this for a party and I had one of those chocolate fountains. What I'm going to tell you is that this could single-handedly be the most destructive dessert if you don't contain it and use it properly. It actually looked like a scene from Psycho with chocolate spraying everywhere because it didn't fasten properly. So just be very, very careful. It will be something that people will remember positively if it's kept clean and if it's laid out for everyone to enjoy. So crudité is really just a vegetable plate served with some type of dip or some type of sauce to dip the vegetables into, or if they can eat them, or they can eat them raw if they'd like. But since it's Halloween and since we're gonna try and get a little creative with things, we're gonna do a little arts and crafts project. I have never been good at arts and crafts, but we're gonna do this for you. So what we have is we have carrots, we have celery, we have some peppers, we have some olives, we have some mushrooms, and we have some spicy hummus, some roasted red bell pepper hummus, and we've got French onion dip. So are we ready? So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make the eyes and the mouth of this head that we're gonna create. So for the mouth, keeping with the color scheme, we're merely taking a red bell pepper and throwing it in the center like so. For the eyes, we're gonna use yellow peppers, but we're gonna go a little less deep. We're gonna go shallow with the eyes. So for the mouth, we're gonna use the French onion dip because it's white, and it also tends to be more popular. For the eyes, we're gonna do the hummus. So now we're gonna make some hair for this beast. We want celery sticks, but they don't need to be so big that you get full off of one piece. So I would cut the pieces into 3 per piece. Always make sure you save a little bit in reserve to refresh the plate with later. Then we're going to make the face full. So now we're gonna make some teeth for the beast. And the way you do that is make a little jagged incision up and down. Last little touch is the tongue. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is the best looking ugly face or creature that you can make. You're gonna be a lot more creative than I am. But literally you can use the colors of fresh vegetables to flesh this out and create something really impressive. I've seen incredible owls, I've seen the creature from the Black Lagoon and several other things. But get creative and have a little bit of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have some treats for your Halloween party. Hopefully these tricks for treats was of use to you, and I hope you enjoy yourself this Halloween and have a safe one. And we look forward to serving you again at Fresh Food Therapy. Some Sprite and pour it into the punch bowl.